You know, the photos can be very interesting, can be very funny. Uh, have you ever had some photos that you looking back through the photos and you said, I know that face, but I can't remember that person's name. So I got a picture like that too for mine. Like my mother says me, my sister says her, my brother says not him. So we don't know who it is, but it's an old picture. So photos can be kind of interesting and also kind of fun. Okay, today I will be doing a scrapbook, which is a family scrapbook. Which a family scrapbook, you can kind of fix it any way you want to. So today it's going to be my choice how I'm going to fix mine. But I'll be demonstrating doing a family scrapbook. And scrapbook is to maybe pass on down to my son, his daughter, and their kids. So generation. So that's what I'll be doing today. First thing to do a scrapbook, you need to first identify what you want to use, what type of material you want to use, and what you want to put in the book. What type of picture you're going to have. Sometimes you may go from your relatives, they can have some old pictures that you don't have, and you can use those photos and put in your books. So that'll be a lot of information you have in your book. So, first thing I want to do, I got my material, what I got my designs I'm going to use, my ribbons, my crayon, and my markers. That's what I'm going to use in my book. Other people may use different things. Also, I decided I'm going to use this book here, 12 by 12 book. The size I'm going to use to make my book. Also, I got my designs too. If I want to put different design for each one event, I decided I'll use those too. And also, I got my pictures here. I went through and bought a lot of pictures that are some old pictures, new pictures, and I'm just going to kind of tie them together the way I want to put them. Okay, since I already gathered my material, what I'm going to use for my book, which is a family photo book. First thing I'll do, since I decided to use this book right here. So on the first page, what I decided to do, I used one photo, which is my mother and two of her brothers. So I decided this is what I'm going to use for my front page. Somebody else might want different things here, but this is what I decided to use. And my decoration for that book, I put on the art in the past, which all of three are dead. My mother and her brothers, they all passed away. And also in that picture book, I decided I'm going to go ahead and use my mother. When she passed away, and she said, I put in there, I am free. So I decided to use this for my page up here for memory. Also, the next thing, you might want to use like a page for your ancestors and the stories. So I decided to use the family's tree. On that family tree, what I put started from my grandmother. Her name was Ludy Guest. So I put in there that she was born, who she was born, who she died, and where she was buried. Then I don't have anything but my grandfather on her side. The next I went to my father. Same thing, put when he was born, date of marriage, and when he died, and where he was born, or where he was buried. Same thing for my mother too. So I'll continue on. I will put myself, my sister, and brother. So when our time comes, they can go and take that same information in there. Next in my book, they got a story. But I did the story for each one of the person I put in the book. Like for my grandmother, Ludy Guest, she loved to sew. So I said, Ludy Guest, she loved to sew. So something there going back there. Also for my mom, she loved to fish and she loved to run a cafe. So she loved to fish. She would fish every day if she could. For my father, he loved baseball. He tried to be a professional baseball player. But he didn't make it, but he tried to. So that's what I did for each one of the books, just continue on putting information on that I know of and that I can get all the information. My next page, I decided to put my grandmother again. What I did, her legacy, I just put a picture of her in here and put some little designs because she, like I said, she loved to sew. So I put buttons on here. So she made quilts, she put buttons on her quilt. So this is a page for her. Ludy Guest. Next page, I also continue on with my father, with the family, which I got my father, my brother, and my mom together, and my sister, and their family all together. So I put in there, and I kind of put like the family. And I can go back later on and write different information on there, the day that they were born, or anything that's significant about them. So that's what I decided to do. So my next page, I went on and I put the picture that we could not identify. We don't know who it is. So it's an old picture. So I said Must be me. And also, on my other page, I use my father in his military time, which I put his military picture in here. And as right now, I didn't know, but I can put that in later on. You always can add on to information you don't have. So that's what I decided to do for that. As like I said, you can continue on, put everything you want in the book. My next page, I put in my ex, my husband. So I make sure we put this in there. Put it in the book. Also, then I put memory pictures also of my baby, Jeffrey, when he was born here. And also some of the things with his dad holding him. And it made a little different saying about it. And I also continued on with his first birthday. And as him sitting up in the chair, too full to eat. And also I continue on to the same picture with him. And I also put in there with his auntie, his Rose. And I wrote in there, Aunt Rose. I also put in there, put a picture of himself. I don't know what age he was. I think he was 3 years old. So I decided to use this picture here as one of his picture in the book. Then once I got through doing all the information about my family, I wanted to start my military, put a little part of my military in there. So I put in here one of my drill sergeant pictures here. And sometimes I re-enlisted. I didn't put everything in there, I just kind of put some of the things. Plus, put a basic training, which is 1980. That's when I was real slim then. That's how I put in there. And I continue on. Same thing with the pictures of my son with his babies and his Jefferson in school. I think this is the 3rd grade here. I'm not for sure. I think it's 3rd grade. So I decided to put that picture in here. But then I started out to go ahead with his football picture here. Put it in there. Let's continue on with my family. As I went on to the next page, I wanted to start with my sister family, which is her sister, was her daughter. I put her picture, her daughter, with the date that they was, I took the picture, which they was down here with me, and put their kids in there also, and wrote a little saying about them. So I started to put those pictures in there. And next, I went on with my brother. I said, as he got older, this is one of his picture. I think it was a graduated picture, old picture here. I just started looking like Ice-T, but it was Ice-T up there. So this is his picture here, also with his wife and his babies here. So I started making pictures up for those pictures on that side. Then I continue on putting in a picture with my brother and his daughter with their marriage, with his son-in-law. So this is his youngest daughter here with the date of their marriage. So I made that a page for him. My next one I put in my book, which I said, everybody can do it the way they want to do it. This is why I decided to do mine. The next one I put in his second daughter with their marriage and walking down the aisle with her. So that'll be a good memory for him and the kids. So what I did also, as I'm going through the book, I left some pages blank. Because always, you can always add to it some things I don't have in, so I left it blank. So that's my family scrapbook. Like I said, what I did, I decided what I want to do. I want to make a family scrapbook to pass it on down, and they can pass it on down too. Next, I decided, get all the material that I need to do it, decorate my own way I wanted to do it. Then I decided, once I got all that together, I put it together. So, a family scrapbook, I did mine manually. Some people do it and go online and do it. So I decided to do mine manually. So, a family scrapbook is what you want to put in it and how you want to do it. It's very easy task. So I want to thank you all for coming, taking your time because I'm here, and sit down and listen to me demonstrate the way I did my family scrapbook. Thank you, and have a best day.
You cut it off?